All right. Get started here. I just got back, so 1 second while I set this up. All right, cool. So we're gonna talk about a few things, but we're gonna make some music because that's overall. So excuse my voice. I got back from the dentist, had to do some dental work. It's part of living, right? And so my voice may sound a little weird because my right side of my face is still a little numb from going to the dentist. So I will do my best and we'll make some music. All right, so first things first, I love this app. This plug-in here, man, is something else. Incredible. Um, they did some updates. So now on the VU202, you click source, you can actually access your sounds. So that's cool. Made it easier. You can still use the drag and drop, which is probably easier for most people. Excuse my face. Um, but it's nice to be able to just, if you don't want to use the drag and drop, to be able to just get it imported in. So that's kind of cool. Let's check the site because I think he fixed some more. Or let me check the notes because hold on 1 second. And if you haven't joined the Discord for VU Beats, you should do so. He's definitely fixing things, and he's telling you in there what he's going to do in the future too to fix. And then we're going to talk about the MPC, and I'll just tell you what I know right now. And I can confirm this because I went to the store. But anyway, tell you that in a second. Um, okay. Sorry, VU is answering some stuff. Standalone. So he is working on the standalone for this particular device. Again, you should subscribe to his YouTube, and he's got a ton of stuff going on right there. So it's really cool. And I'm trying to find the update for you guys. Oh, here we go. So he's optimization of effects, patterns, project files, etc. So some of this applies. I think this applies to the VST as well as the iOS version. He's gonna add, or if he may have already added. I'm tripping. Choke groups. Oh yeah, it's right here. I'm tripping. It's right here above it. So see here above it, choke groups. So I don't know how it works because I haven't used it yet. I just was reading through it. So you basically have two mute groups, and it's going to be on C and D. I don't know if it's automatically set to choke, or if you have to do it, or if you have to how that works. I got to figure that out. To be honest with you, but yeah. So let's just try it. We'll find out right now. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I was supposed to drag and drop. I don't like these drums right here. Let's go get some. Let's do SP Vids drums. I haven't messed with this stuff in a minute. Kick. We'll just grab that one. So you just drag and drop them. If you want to copy one, hold it down, hover over this one, and then it should, and then release, and it should copy it. That's the copy way, okay? At least on here. Yeah, I'm gonna delete that one. So then let's grab the hats. I'll put my hat right here, and then I'm gonna grab the snare. I like this snare. It's like a rim almost. What's up, hero? Good to see you. All right, so of course you can get in here and do what you're gonna do, lo-fi. Let's put this one on. I love the lo-fi, and this thing is insanely good. Okay, so now we have choke groups. So let's see if I put, let's see how this works. Because I'm gonna put another hat. Let's put another hat in there. Oh, it's two hats the same. Let's put this one in, something a little different. All right, so put that on lo-fi. So is it choking? I don't know. I gotta ask him and read, I guess, to figure out how to do it. Let's just record and see what it does. You have to, let me see. There we go. Yeah, it's choking it. I think it's doing it automatically. Okay, that's what I wanted to test. So I think it's choking itself out, and it's only on these two banks. So this is cool. If you got something you needed to choke out, then you use bank C and D, and it should be all right. Set. What's up, man? You change your name. Sometimes it's Bedroom Banger, sometimes it's Hamalorian. What's up, Wabbit? Good to see you, man. All right, so we know it has choke groups. That's, I'm gonna get these notes. Oh yeah, the velocity buttons. Let me do that. So in the pattern, he added velocity now, so it wasn't there before. So now you can do this, hit the velocity, and it goes through, I think, like 40, 70, 100. So you can see they're lighter. So that's how he did it. So there's like 1, 2, 3. I wish you would have put, like, is it off here? There's like 3 different ones. That's what he said he was gonna do. I'm gonna just roll what he said, okay? Because I don't see it turning off, and I can't tell when it's off. I was hoping that he would do it where you just drag down, like kind of like in Koala, where you can change the velocity. But yeah, that's not the case. So let's just see. Let's just put a little pattern in, and we're gonna change some of these velocities, something rando. And then if I press play, it's using the swing. The only thing I haven't figured out is how do you turn it off? Okay, you just have to turn velocity off. So if you leave velocity on, it's going to do velocity hits. If you turn it off, it does nothing. So that's pretty cool. If I type jam for emojis, I get a, oh, okay, Brazilian flag with a what? Or maybe I can do a, okay. I said sometimes you need to choke. Pause on behalf of Hero. Earmuffs. Yeah. I will change this handle back to Crazy Rabbit when enough time passes that YouTube will allow. Oh, okay. It's a YouTube thing. I got you. Yeah, they be on one sometimes. Okay, so you guys can see how this worked, the velocity. All right, moving on. And he did say there are 3 levels to the velocity. So that's pretty good. Because mind you, you didn't have that, I don't think, in the original 202. So how you would do it in the original 202 would you'd have to put 4 of the hats, or 8 if you want, and lower the levels of the volumes and just use that. That's the old school way, right? And so he's just adding you a little feature in there to make it cool. Rewriting the metronome, implement 0 cross snapping. Hey, he did it. I asked him to implement 0 cross snapping for start point and trim mode. He said he needs to work on to improve it a little bit more. And the keyboard for changing BPM shows numbers at the first place. Okay. So I'm assuming Is this what he's talking about? No, that's not what he's talking about. I don't know what this. Oh, these are your. Now I get it. These are moving through. I still don't get it. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. Never mind. I gotta still work on figuring out what this is. But anyway, yeah. So on the sample, one of the things I was telling him is that you get these clicks when you do it, and I get it. Like in the old machine, you didn't have it, but you should be able to find a 0 point cross without having to zoom because you can only zoom so far, right? So now he said he added it. So wherever you put it, it should be on a 0 point, which is quick. See, you hear no clicks, and I'm just randomly putting it anywhere. That's the way Koala is. Koala has a 0 point cross that's built into it. As again, excuse the mouth, but I had dental work, so I'm talking like Kanye right now through the wire. No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah. So you have to you don't have to worry about where you place it. It should be at a 0 point. So that's cool. That was a feature I asked him for. Okay, so let's talk about MPC now because I talked about this enough. That's the basic features he's added in his new update. You guys go to VU900.com, download if you want to try it out for free, right? All right, so I went to the Guitar Center as I told you I was going to do today after getting dental work done and talked to my guy that's there. And he looked it up in his system and he said, they're in the back. He said, we have 12 in stock. So that tells you around the world, GCs, the MPC sample is in stock. It's there. They can't put it. He said they can't put it on the website yet, and they can't open the box. So um, you can't see it. He said the box on the outside is just like a literal box, which says Akai and it says MPC. They know it's like MPC sample, but they can't because of the date, and obviously they don't want to get fired or get Guitar Center fined. You cannot open the box. And no, I don't have one yet. But he did tell me there are 12 at the Guitar Center nearest to me, and that hey Meerkat, appreciate you. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just my right side of my mouth. I got a couple shots um for a tooth. But anyway, that's a whole nother ballpark. 3 hours at a shop because they messed up. So they had to fix it. All right, what was it? So yeah, so he said there's 12 in stock at the Guitar Center I'm at. So I'm assuming around the world, you probably wherever the Guitar Centers are, they probably have at least 10 to 12. Maybe some of the bigger locations have a few extra. But he was like, just show up right when we open and we'll get you one. So I was like, cool. So there you have it. I will have one at some point soon, but it'll be the 24th like everybody else. It's not anything special that I'll have before you. But just so you know, they are in the stores. Everybody supposedly, he said, should have had them by now. Because I think they get a shipment on Friday and they get a shipment on some other day. I don't remember the other day. I know Friday is one of the days. So I think last Friday they got the shipment and they had them. So there's the leak or the whatever you want to call that. It's not really a leak. It's just insider info. If you go in the Guitar Center, if you meet some of the people, become friends with them, they eventually will tell you stuff. They're all regular folk like you who just want, just trying to make a living and have a job there. But yeah. So the 24th, you better be ready. Yeah, because I am. Okay. Shall we make some music, I guess now? Time to camp out. Yeah, time to camp out. What's up, Ali Star? Good to see you, man. And Marcus. What's up, Marcus? Yeah, wait, I missed the person of who's this? I don't know him. Bills. Is that Bills? Bells? Bills or Bells? I'm probably saying it wrong. What's up, man? I don't know you, but I'm glad that you stopped in. That app is fire. Yeah. Yeah, I use it on the iPhone and the iPad. He fixed the source. I told you this. So if you click source now, you can go in and get your just like it is on the iPad. So now you can do that same on here. He's really in I love it when a person is passionate about their project, and I think that's so cool cuz he nailed it on the sound. He got everything right on the sound. This thing is incredible. That's let's put the filter on. That thing sounds so good. So yeah, I think he nailed it. Oh, by the way, because I asked him about this, adding the QWERTY keyboard to the iOS version, particularly the standalone version, because I can't get it to work for some reason. But it does work in Ableton, and he said it works in Studio One. So if you want to use your QWERTY keyboard, right, to play it in. The reason why is because I have a Magic keyboard, and I was hoping to be able to just drum it on that. But the screen isn't that bad. It's not. And then the sequencer, we already know what that's at. So right here, so it's pretty simple. If you want to just lay down a beat, it's pretty easy to do. But if you want that velocity, just click there and then lower the velocity a little bit. So it's nice for a simple sampler. This is really cool, and it's about the sound. Let's be real. Let's see if we can. It should be doing this, but I'm not hearing it. It's only playing my. I would love to. Where's the? Let me go out. This is the one. I'm trying to figure out why it's not playing this pattern. Should be just playing it, but it seems to be only playing the hi-hat for some reason right now. Weird. But if you're in a DAW, let's be real, you don't need this to sequence. You're kind of hindering yourself if you use this. If that's your vibe, go for it though, right? On iOS, I would say use this, but especially on your phone. But in the DAW, just save yourself the headache and just use this guy right here. Call it the MIDI timeline, right? I don't even have my MIDI controller on, but yeah, you could go in and just do it here. Same principle. And turn that on. And you just got to find out where they're hitting. That's the challenge. I think C1 is where it starts for bank A. So let's go back. C1. Then just walk your way up. There you go. So you can draw your notes in. I'm not going to make a loop this long. I would go about 2 bars. But at least now you have it, right? You could just start putting in your notes. And the cool part in here is you can adjust your velocities, put some deviation on the velocity, so you got more. So it becomes more about the sound than anything, right? It's pretty simple. If you want to draw in something, put something like that, and then just duplicate it, and then drag that over. Cool. And then we'll do the hats. And then what's cool in here, check this out. You could use seed. Hold on. Rhythm. Click here. Make sure it says A2 there, and you can start creating these cool. I don't need that much for rhythm. Good God. I just wanted why is it doing that? Oh, because I made a 16 bar. Hold on. There we go. All right. So you see right here, I'm on it, A2. You can start creating weird patterns. That's one of the fun things about Ableton. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can drum it if you just want to, but increase the density, add the steps, change the velocity down, have it do some random stuff there, have it accent certain notes, do some splits in it. That's your ratchet, and have it shift over a little bit. And then you have something like that. It's missing notes. I'm not sure if that's a bug. It may be a bug or whatever, but yeah, it's missing some of these notes. Like, why is it not playing this note here? Picking random notes to play and not playing at all. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask him about that, because when I'm hitting here, see it's playing. Let me join that. Throw in a little. Trying to figure out. But you can do it like that if you want. So anyway, that's just one way to do it. All right. VU, why are you acting like this? I'm going to delete it and then bring it in just to have it saved in my favorites. I'll do the drums in a second. Let's start with some melodies or something to get me going here. And then we'll make a quick little song. There it is. I'm going to bring it back in only because I want to use it to pass the audio through at some point. Spacewalk. Let me grab some keys and then we can get started. My Sweetwater rep just said he'll let me know when they get the sample. He said they'll be taking pre-orders on the 24th. Pre-orders? It comes out on the 24th. You might want to check check your rep, bruh. Yeah, check your rep, man. He's hey, what's up, Raul? Good to see you, man. Yeah, there's no pre-orders. It drops on the 24th. I hope it's not pre. There's no pre-order. Akai doesn't do pre-orders. And if they did, think about it, they would have done that like a week or so ago, because they need time to get that stuff to make sure they have enough to cover pre-orders. So they don't do pre-orders. If you find out differently, though, Akai starts doing pre-orders, let me know. But I've never seen Akai do a pre-order a day in my life. So just keep me posted. Oh, you know what? I should get my keyboard sitting right here, and I haven't done it. 1 second while I remove the osmos. All right. I'm gonna show you guys something too that's cool with samples that I use in Ableton I like so much. After I grab this let's go Keyscape. We'll use Omnisphere to get it, just because I want to have access to the Omnisphere stuff too. And then we'll go down to Keyscape. Let's just go to the user directory. I have not used any of these patches. Can you guys hear that? I don't hear it at all. Hold on a second. Let me press here. There we go. This is that J3PO Omnisphere OB tribute patch, the keyboard portion. Let me turn on MPE because I'm kind of using it, so I need it on. All right, let's get some chords going. We'll use scalar today to get me going quicker. And we'll use scalar. Yeah. No, I know. Some of those reps don't even know, or people don't know that at all. That's a weird thing to say, like to somebody that actually knows. You're like, what? This joint don't even sound right with all that. It sounds extra. All right, let me just go to my Keyscape library. Where's my user stuff? Signature patches. There we go. Oh, what is that? Interesting. Just searching through some sounds. Let me check the other signature pack that he has, because I don't know where my other keyboards are. Oh, you know what? I think it's probably separated. User Keyscape. There it is. What is this? I missed this. Oh my gosh. Soft grain. Give me that. Where is that intimate piano? Let's try this upright. Nope. Give me the intimate again. As B Jam said the other day, Akai doesn't put out trash. Yeah, I've never seen them. I've never seen them put out anything that's trash. I mean, like well, I'll say like the only thing I didn't like, and it may not have been trash, it's just something I didn't like, was the Akai Fire. You guys remember the Akai Fire thing? I didn't get it. It wasn't trash. It just wasn't something that I got. I mean, because I didn't use FL Studio. I think it was tailored toward FL Studio or something. I wasn't feeling it. But other than that, we're gonna pick a little bit faster tempo today. We're gonna go 83. That's fast for me because I'm usually in the 70s. Now I'm gonna try to come up with a rhythm on these chords. Okay, that'll work. I didn't like that. Hold on. Try it again. Oops, messed up. Nope. For some reason, when I start at the beginning, it'll give me this little weird thing. Let me try this again. All right. Some chords, not my favorite, but sometimes you just start with something and get you going, and then you see from there. All right, cool. So there is 8 bars right there. Instead of using addictive drums today, we are going to use something that's a little bit quicker to get me going faster again. We could pass a break through VU202 to get those drums sounding nice, but let's make a break first and then we'll do that. All right, so I am headed towards Pocket Drummer just because it's the quickest to get something done. I'm gonna go with Soul Dry. Mm, Let me put a little bit of this, a little bit of this. All right, cool. I know what I'm gonna do. MIDI, just grab there. I do wish, and I don't know if he's ever gonna do it or if he has, and I'm just not there and forgot that he would not leave this overhang. It drives me nuts. But we're gonna just rock with it. It is what it is. All right, so we're gonna run this twice, 3 times. Well, let's see what 4 looks like. Let's go 4. Really simple. And then I want to go 7. No, wait, that was 5. Oh, you know what? Let's mix this up. Let's get rid of this one. We'll go 4. Then we'll go 7. And then we'll go. By the way, you can change all these patterns if you want. I'm just doing this to get this quick. And if you're a drummer, shout out you, because you know what in the world you're doing. And I don't. I mean, I can mimic it, but I don't know. All right, cool. So now we have a pattern for our drums, some 8-bar drums, super simple. I want to delete these time signatures. I hate that it does that, but it is what it is. So this is our loop for drum and piano. Let's run these through the VU. Now this is where I asked them drums do be hitting. Yeah, Pocket Drummer is amazing. If you haven't got it, I think you should get it. It's incredible. To be honest, I love addictive drums. It's more there. You could tailor the drums, but Pocket Drummer just it does it for me. Anyway, it's just special. All right. Let's do this. Let's go here. We're going to basically bounce this to a new track, an audio. So there it is. And all we're going to do is take and throw it into the VU. No, not Pocket Drummer, the VU. What are we doing? Just so that we can, I don't think, yeah, we got rid of. So remember he added a C and D with choke groups, whereas so that's where you'd put your anything like hi-hats. But in this case, we're just using it as a filter to get the sound. Did it filter off the, hold on. Why is it, let me listen to this by itself. It skipped the, hold up, that's not right. It did something weird. Hold on, I gotta fix this. It cut the, where's the kick? Oh, there's no kick on the one? What? All right, I had to fix that. So we gotta fix it over here too so that we don't have, at least have a kick on the one. All right, cool. Now we can do that. So we're just gonna extract, not extract the groove. We're gonna just bounce to a new track. Boom, now we have the audio from it. And then we'll just throw the audio into here. Just drag and drop. So this is what it sounds like with no filter. It's playing at the same tempo, so you know that. You can degrade it if you want. You can leave it in stereo. I'm going to put it in mono for drums purposes. Standard is pretty good, right? It's kind of what you got. That's lo-fi, lo-fi 2, hi-fi. So I like the standard, and then I like to just filter it. That's just my thing, but if you want to filter each part separately, then you need to bounce each part separately and do it. I'm not going to do that today. It would take forever. I like that. Put a little more reverb. See, I don't need this reverb because I have better reverbs, obviously. But if you're using this, it's fine. I just love the filters. You could use the pitch. Slow down some samples. Okay, so we're going to go about right there. That's fine. And then you're going to have to re-record it, unfortunately. I hope that he decides to make this into an effects or allow us to extract it with, basically resample it with the, like hit a resample button or something and just resample it to a new pad. That would be cool. Either way, it is what it is. It's there, but you're going to have to get it out, right? So one way to do that would be come out here, just an empty space that you have, and then set up an audio track that you run it through. This is like the old school way of, you would have to track it if you're going to do it, right? So you send that in, auto, leave the mixer there, record here, and then you should better press play, or hit record rather than it should play it. Or not. Let's fix that. Because I didn't put it on a pattern sequencer, so that's probably why it's doing that. So we're just going to play it into this track. That'll be the easier way. I'll turn the metronome on. Why is it doing this? All right. At some point, you need to count me in, okay? So I know what we're doing. Okay, work with me here, DAW, please. If you just have it on trigger and you just hit it once, it'll play only through once. See, just like that. Stop it. Then you go back in and adjust it. Unfortunately, the good thing in here is in Ableton's, I can shift this audio over a little bit and it's perfectly lined up. In other DAWs, I can't speak for that. But you know that it's 4 bars, right? So there's your 4 bars. If you want to leave the tail, you could leave the tail on there. It's not that big of a deal. Command J, and you got it. Now you have the loop resample with this on it. So you could, in theory, get rid of this. The reason why I personally want it as an effect is because then I don't have to bounce this down and do all this extra work. Save me some time. I mean, really save me some time, because then I could just bounce it down if I wanted it baked in there. But if I don't, I just put the effect on here and I'll be good. Um, Unfortunately, it's not there yet, but when it gets there, that'll be cool. So here it is. And then you could just loop it. So put it over here, then duplicate it, and now you have it. If before you do this though, I personally would go in and make sure you get all your levels here varied or whatever you want to do, to where, because once you bake it, it's done, right? It's what you got. That's why MIDI is cool, because it's not baked. You can kind of go back and adjust. So there it is, baked using VU. You could do the same for these chords, these keys rather. You could right click, flatten it wherever it is. Oh, there, bounce. No, I don't want to bounce in place. What are you doing? Click on the actual track itself, go new track. Once you've committed to it, did it not do it? Bounce to a new track, please. Thank you, Ableton. So now you have the audio, same principle. You could go to the pocket like so, go in, drag and drop to maybe pad 2. And now you got to re-record it. So we're going to insert an audio track. And then you go to the VU, start it. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to stop that. So right now, I didn't put a filter on it. I forgot. So we're going to get rid of that. And you don't want to record on the same track there. Make sure you record on a separate track just in case you mess up, so you don't have to worry about that. I forgot to do all this too. So set this one to there. Hit record, and now you're gonna record it. Okay, so open that. Hit record. Oh wait, stop. I'm running too fast. Let me set the filter the way I want it to sound. I'm gonna put this one on lo-fi 1, so you get the aliasing. Ooh, lo-fi 2 sounds good too. I'm gonna do lo-fi 1, adjust the filter. There you go. That sounds pretty good. We'll rock with that. Okay, cool. So then go ahead and set up wherever you're gonna record. It doesn't matter. 1. Every time I switch tracks, it does that. It's so retarded. Come on, thing. You only have to hit it once, it triggers. There we go. Cool. You know that you did 4 bars, or 8, in this case 8 bars, but I believe right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got our 8, right? So then all you got to do is put this back in place. So you could take this bounce here and just remove it, and then throw this one in place of it if you wanted to, because now it's baked in to what you got. So this is why I want it to be just an effect, because it would make it so much easier. And of course you can rename it, do all that jazz. We're not going to worry about it right now. I just wanted to show you that. This one's going to be turned off. And now you have so just that easy you could, man, my mouth is still weird. Just that easy you could record a bass line real quick, throw the bass through it if you want, right? Whatever you want to throw through it. And I'm really hoping, and you guys should ask for it too. Ask him to make it an effects plugin, because that's what we really want, is that sound, right? More than the workflow is that sound. It works on iOS, iPhone, and iPad, as well as on desktop, PC, I believe, and Mac. So if he can just turn it into the effects where you get rid of the sequencer and we drop it on there, oh my goodness, right? We'll have what we need and be able to create some cool stuff using those old school SP202 effects. So that's the way. All right, let me check some comments because I've been talking. Pair the sample with the portable. You absolutely. With a turntable, that'd be pretty cool. Get your samples all coming off of that. It'd be nice. You can make your own. Oh, you're talking about the MPC sample. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm actually gonna use the iPhone with this new app, right? VU202 to get the coloration I want. And Koala, you can use Koala with it. You could have Koala helping you to split stems because they probably won't have a stem splitter on that thing. You could have um, just use whatever you need to use. If you prefer the sequencer in Koala, but you love the sound of your new MPC sample, use that and mix it with Koala and let Koala be the sequencer. Make your parts and then throw them into Koala and then sequence it in Koala. There's so many options. If you want to use instruments on desktop, you can record right into your MPC via the USB-C cable. And we'll see all the details, I'm sure, maybe Thursday or Monday even. I'm imagining the day before the release, they should do something, but who knows? But somebody knows, okay? Because the boxes are out there. So that's the reason why I was telling you that if GC has it in stock, somebody then broke that and looked in there. You already know somebody did. That's how they know what it is. And then there's people that have their own the device already that are able to show you. So, but yeah. So let's grab. Oh, I was going to show you guys some more stuff. What's up, John? The step sequencer on there, and would love having more as far as nudging, etc. Yeah, I agree with you, John. I'm right there with you. Get in the join the Discord and tell him he has a section set up for ideas that he would like, and you can just get in there and tell him what you want to hear. I mean, the step sequencer is there. He added velocity just today. He added choke groups on banks C and D. So you got the swing right here. You got up to 4 bars you can create. Mind you, on the phone and iPad, that's pretty cool. On the desktop, for me, it's more about the effect than anything else. I just want to get really the filters and these modes right here. This is what I want. Filters and these modes. Everything else, I mean, the reverb is okay. The delay is all right. The ring mod is cool. This is a bypass. This is a, what do they call that? Is it a bypass filter? And this is a low pass filter. And then the pitch is cool too. But yeah, those are the things that would make it better is really you guys getting on there and telling him what you'd like to see. And the more people that tell him, then he'll probably do just that. Um, yeah, absolutely. Ali Star, you're right. The videos are being recorded. That's coming from a guy who had already has a Boss 202. Hey, John, you the man. Get on there and tell him. Jump on that Discord and tell him exactly, hey, I got the 202. Just be real. Keep it real with him and let him know, hey, we need to add this or this would make it better. I do like that he made it where you can expand it. And obviously, this is the smallest you can get it, but I do like this because my vision isn't great. And I'm sure other people have issues with that too. But yeah, this thing here is for me huge because I wanted to get a 202, but the problem is they're not super cheap in comparison. And I didn't know if I really want to deal with learning this unit when all I care about is the sound of the unit more than I do anything else. But I think some of the stuff he added is pretty cool. I still don't see the swing. Oh, can you not see? Here, I'll enlarge it for you. Make sure you're on the latest version. The swing has been on the other versions too. Here's right here. It goes 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So that's all you have is these increments of 5. And then velocity, the way it works is if you put a note in a regular, it's no velocity, right? Basically, it's 100%. When you turn velocity on, yeah, you keep clicking and you'll see it change colors. Gets a little lighter. So you have 40%. This is 100, 70, 40. So it's like 3 levels of velocity, which I don't believe is on the machine, the original. You can speak for that. If you need to turn it off, you click off and then turn off. So I think it's just an added feature. If I'm not mistaken, old school heads would just have, 4 pads or 2 with different velocities where they just change the volumes on them. But yeah, I think that's what they did back in the day. And then they would just play those 4 pads to get their velocity changes. The delay comes in handy for ghosts. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. So if we grab as soon as I get there, grab a hat. Can we even hear that hat? No, we cannot. Let's turn it on. So I can see some little, what do they call that? Flutters, stutters, steps, or whatever for the. This might be good for a little shaker too. Like a little simple, if you want to add a little something to a shaker rhythm. What's interesting is on this version, if you look here, it says pitch reverb delay. And I may be wrong. On the iOS version, I felt like it said pitch time delay. So he must have changed that because I felt like it said time up here, but now it says reverb. But you gotta reuse. I think these top 3, if I'm not mistaken, can be on, but the bottom ones you can only use one at a time or something like that. I can't remember the exact. So let's turn delay on. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I don't know. You have to resample, I think, is what the way it works. But that's fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. It would be dope if he made an easy way to resample. Like just put a button where you just click it and it resamples. I think that would be, in my opinion, that would be the better way to do it. Just make it easy. Turn that off. But I love these modes here. I think they're great. Delete. Yes. Cool. So again, yeah, that's where if you're wondering where that's at. And by the way, if you haven't used trim, he added in, like I said, the because I asked for this. Because you can't see I would love to see the thing going across to know where the sample is. I would love to be able to. Trying to adjust the volume here where the sample is, but I don't care. I'm not tripping if that doesn't happen. But yeah, when you go into trim, now you can get that zero cross wherever you place it. So that way it's no issue with it. Like, because you can only zoom so far in a sample, right? Like, let's say I want that to start right on the one, so then I got to zoom. But if you have a sample longer than this, it gets tricky on the zooming portion. I hear that pop, click. Trying to find. You hear it when it comes. So I'm not sure. But I don't hear it there, but I hear it on. And it's only when I release the play that I hear it. Hear it click when you let off. I don't think it affects the actual sound, but I could be wrong. You can't sequence or program at all on the 202. Oh, really? If you have an MPC or another MIDI trigger, you can control it remotely. The OG doesn't have any sort of velocity response. Yeah, I read that about the OG, that it didn't. So you basically just have a coloring tool. That's what I call it. When you could just color the sound, but it's not really, or you have to resample and play it in and record it. Kind of like the old school SP404 guys used to, like, instead of using the sequencer, they would just like record the drums loose onto another pad. That's probably what I'm assuming the 202 guys were doing too. See, I never used one. I just heard them. So I was obviously around, but I couldn't afford this stuff back in the day. It was so expensive, unfortunately. The average cat, unless you had a nice little job going for yourself. But anyway, it's such a cool device, and it's so nice to finally have it on iOS. There's some other stuff that emulates it. What's the other one? It's a doctor one that's out on iOS that kind of emulates the 303 and the 202. But this one sounds the best. To me, this sounds more accurate from what I've heard on people using it. So, but anyway. So yeah, so there we go. So we have, now I can grab let's see. Grab me another instrument. John's schooling us to the game today. Wait, it didn't resample either? You could dump your 202 sounds. Wow. So it legit was a coloring box. It was just a box to color your sound. They might as well just put that thing in a pedal form and just let you run a pedal with the sound. That's like the Chroma console vibe then. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I would have wanted that, or definitely don't want it now if I know all that. Cause this is spoiling me right here. This is yeah, I see I love the sound of it more than anything. So for me, that's the best part. Anything other than that is like, okay, I could live without it. But if now that I know somebody, shout out View Beat, can't even talk cause my mouth. View View Beats. I can't say I can't talk today with this shot I got in the mouth. Um, now that I know that though, I'm like, man, he did a tremendous job just emulating that sound. Respect to him for that. So yeah, if we ever get that though, I was thinking, man, if somebody could put that in a pedal form where you could just hook it to your whatever you have, your synthesizers or whatever, I'd be set. I don't need the sequencer or none of that. I just want to be able to, record through it and pass the audio back and forth. That's it. That's why I asked him to just make a effects version of it, because for me, that's all I need. I'm too driven to get into the DAW just because I usually don't work in eights all the time. I'm trying to do like 16, 32, stuff like that, because I want to just freeform play. Um, but I still love that sound from the old school machines that they used to put out. So. And I could hear some horns coming in. Right, so we could do that. Let's go with just a regular trumpet. With my messed up jaw. So a little trumpet action going on. And all of that, those trumpets too could be ran through the SP202 or the VU202. Keep wanting to say SP because I'm used to that. But yeah, so if he makes this an effects, I hope each and every one of you that are watching this right now that like this, or if you don't like it and you're on Discord, just ask him to make it into an effects. In other words, all we need is to be able to use this thing to pass the audio through and put it on our instrument so we can make it sound, have that good alias and lo-fi sound that we love. but we can't do it right now because we have to record it, throw it in, and then bring it's really old school like that. But it's still a pretty dope program. I support it. I believe in it. So if you like that sound that you hear on these drums and on this keyboard I did, that's where it came from. Of course, we're using Pocket Drummer and Keyscape, but this Keyscape don't sound this good. Doesn't have that aliasing on it that you hear. Here's the drums. Pretty incredible. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. It was fun. Just have a little fun. MPC Sample coming out on the 24th. It is in Guitar Center as we speak, in the warehouse, at the stores, but we can't view it and we have to wait for it until the 24th. So that said, oh wait, let me comment on John. You've been using the 202 a lot of sampling with vinyl 45 and slowed down. Yeah, man. That's some good stuff. I haven't tested it out with the VU. Yeah, let us know next time we're on, John, what you think once you test it with the vinyl with the VU202. Because I really want to know what you think since you own a 202, an actual hardware. But yeah, guys, so we're gonna get up out of here. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you guys on the next one.